Hi, this is Eric from Dumb Game Dev, and we're just going to take a quick look at how to use the Interactable object script along with VRTK, or from VRTK with Playmaker, and we're going to look at a specific action, which is, what's our action here? Get grabbed object status. So this just lets us know whether an object is being grabbed or not. So in my scene, I have a simple box, and it has all the necessary interactable object scripts and the fixed joint grab, attach grip, etc., etc. You can use the where's my tools here? Okay, so you can use the VRTK set up interactable object to set up your object easily. Now I've added an FSM to it, and it has a first state. On the first state, we're just going to add this specific action, get grabbed object status, and it's going to save it as a bool. So we'll just make a bool variable for this, new variable, and we'll call it isGrabbed. And it's false, of course, because we're not actually holding it. So the next thing we want to do is a bool change. We want to see if it's changed. So if it's changed, then we'll go to the next state. So which bool variable is grabbed, and let's add a new event. We'll call it has been grabbed. Okay. So this has been grabbed state can just go over to the next state. We'll have state 2. So state 1, let's call it listener, listening for an action. Well, the description will be wait to be grabbed. Okay, state 2 is just going to be our action, whatever it wants to be. So do some kind of action. And I don't know what kind of action we want here. Let's just maybe change color of something. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try and set the color value. I'm not sure if that'll work. That's no good. We have to set up some kind of variable for that. So let's use the set material color. So use owner, and I don't even know if this is going to work. To blue, let's try this. Don't know if we have to set the material name here. Let's check the inspector. Let's see, we got a box here. Let's grab this onto there. So there we've got a material. Okay. And okay, so once we get into the state, though, if we put the box back down, we want it to go back to the previous state. So we need to set up an action for that to happen. So we need to check again whether it's still being grabbed before it goes back to the listener state. So we want this get grabbed object status to fire again. So let's copy the selected action. And we're going to paste this action after. And then we need to test this to see whether it's true, if it's changed or not, and go from there. So let's use a bool test state. I'm going to put this at the bottom. Okay, we check the same variable is grabbed, and if it's true, we want to do nothing. If it's false, it has been grabbed. Or I guess that's not right. We want a new event, so call it let go. There we go. So let go, it will go back. Yep. Okay, one more thing is this listener needs to be on every frame, otherwise it's just going to fire one time, which won't help us at all. The set material color doesn't need to be every frame, it's just going to fire once. Every frame, and that should be it. So let's just save this and give it a try. Right, so that just worked exactly as we expected. It took me a little bit longer to grab it than I thought, but I eventually got it. And I guess one word of warning here is the set material color does not change back. It stays there. So you can see there's a blue stripe here from the blue. We checked the inspector. It's the albedo is set to blue, so I might want to set that back to white. And as you can see, so basically we can trigger our action this way. If we wanted to use this to, for example, trigger another FSM to turn off and on, we can do that. For example, let's remove this here. And we could keep running this or not if we wanted to go back. Action could be FSM. Let's see here. Here we go, enable FSM. So you could use this to, for example, enable another FSM and just choose a specific game object and make sure you type in the exact FSM name. So by default, the FSM name, and I think it's set to, let's see here, that's light switch. Default FSM name is just FSM, so unless you give it another name, so you could just type in FSM and make sure you choose the right object. So that's it.